The way I did it now, it reaches from way back here. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over some of the best Fenrir spots in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm going to be going over the hookah bomb site on Coastline. I'll be going over a site on Villa and a site on Chalet, so stick around for those ones. As I usually do in these videos, I do 3 bomb sites. So this one's going to be Fenrir. First Fenrir video actually I'm doing. I've done a couple of zombie ones if you want to check those ones out. You guys have been enjoying the zombie spots. And I've been requested to do some Fenrir ones too, so here we are. I actually just did a Coastline one here on the same site for a zombie, so if you missed that one, again, check that one out. So, as usual, I'm going to go over the reinforcements I do on the bomb sites. I'm going to do like the rotates, because I do have the bailiff. That's one of the best things about going Fenrir and solo queue. You can pretty much do everything. You have barbed wire, so you have some traps like for info. You have the bailiff for rotates, lines of sight. And you have so many traps, and you can turn on whichever ones you need for the side the attackers are pushing you from. So Fenrir is all around the best solo queue operator in the game, and maybe the best defender right now. He's the most versatile for sure. So I'd really recommend going Fenrir if he's not banned. First of all, I like making foes here. I did this for the zombie one too. Just like that maybe. So the attackers can't safely sit in here if they do take aqua control, if they're going for like the default plant right here tucked. So that just makes it harder for them to get in this area, because you can just shoot them through this. And they never feel safe, because they can get wallbanged too. They could open it up, obviously, and it can work both ways. They can get some deep angles, like over here maybe, but they probably won't do that, because you'll have holes on this wall. Which will be the next point. I reinforced pirate wall already. That's called pirate, or just single wall. I make the rotate here on the far side. Just need to open this up a little bit more here. Just like that. That way it's, well, get rid of the painting. This way you can just swing on the default plant without being seen from the double door right here when you're swinging out. So you can just swing, get them back into cover really quick, and kill them before the cover kills you, unless they're really good. And this gives you the most cover from the big window when you're rotating through, because right here they can see into the bomb site, so at least make them make some holes there if they want to hold it from the big window rappel. For the reinforcements, you do all the single walls pretty much on the side. You want to do the ones that are closest against the door right here on hookah. So now just this way, the defense has more room to sit in base, which is this hallway here. So they have to bond to this wall or whatever if they want to get rid of it or ace charge it. If there's nobody playing in hookah, but you can easily have somebody rotate in through the rotate that should be right here. By putting a rotate here, you can safely get into hookah and to Cool Vibe stairs or vase, whatever. Well, it's a little harder to make rotates with a bailiff sometimes, but okay, one piece is like messed up on this. I think it's that. No, it's this. Watch, it's this. Yep, I knew it was. Obviously, you don't have to make all the rotates to see if your team's going to do it, and if they don't, you can as well. I would just make like the lines of sight. You want to put line of sight right here on the hallway, and then reinforce this last single wall. And that'll pretty much do it for your reinforcements. Besides the quad wall right here, you want to get this. And then VIP right here on these two, so they can't get any long angles from VIP itself if they take control of it. Either do these ones or do these ones outside. I say that all the time. It's up to you, really. If you're extending into VIP and holding this more, then just reinforce the outside ones. Maybe get like some bandit batteries or a Cade on that or something. Because usually Cade or bandit will not be banned on Coastline. Or you can just put a mute jammer on there. That works too. Also, I'd recommend barricading this. I forgot to mention this in the zombie video if you watched that one, but this way at least you'll know if the attackers are holding your angle on VIP if you're playing in here. Like, they can see all the way into here. Like, around this gray thing, they can see all the way to here on your feet if they're holding the roof angle. It's a very attacker-favorite angle, so I'd barricade this for info, and if you bring a castle, that's a good barricade spot to do too. Or in a zombie, like right up top. Either way, I'm just rambling a little bit. That's pretty much it for reinforcements, like I said, so I do some head holes here, or maybe some high holes like this to throw C4s or smokes over. I like making punch holes right here after. Kind of like that. I always get a kill off this one, because they never expect the prone, having all these holes in the rotate to deal with. So, freebies. But let's get right into the Fenrir spots now, without wasting any more time. So for this down here, I like doing one kind of like lower in the stairs. So like right here. And as you can see, I don't know why I didn't look in time, but There you go. It gets all the way to this angle, and they're going to be caught in the open. If they start getting blinded like right here, then it's going to be a free swing for you if you're holding the stairs. But at the worst case, they will shoot the Fenrir and then they'll leave, or they'll just leave without even shooting it because they're not going to be looking down here. They're going to think it's like up here or something, like somehow reaching you. And they're going to be like looking around the stairs and stuff, but they will probably see this and shoot it at some point. That's really good paired up with a lot of other stuff here. Because then they'll probably get rid of this Fenrir and run away, but then you'll still have a lot more traps in case they come back later on a lurk or something. So really good to put a Fenrir spot down there. I always break these two. I don't know if you can vault them with that. I think you can, but either way. Now you can get better angles on stuff and not have to worry about that being in the way later. Another Fenrir spot I like doing is right here on the door. So obviously this window repel is common, so you don't want to put it in line of sight with that. So what I try to do is shove it very deep in the corner right here. Just like that. And that will reach the entire radius when they walk in. And they will be caught in the open like I said before, so they'll either have to commit and run forward or very deep into sight, or they're just going to have to leave. And this will still stay up later in the round. This is good because a lot of teams like just rushing in the hookah door for no reason because the defenders are off site too much or they don't have enough setup over here or whatever. Also, another tip, if you have like a shotgun or something or impacts, make a hole right here and then hold it from below. Holding downstairs and sunrise is a really good strategy most of the time. This gun is terrible for making holes, but you get the point. You can do this with your bailiff or whatever. You're not going to use the bailiff for all the holes I've made during this round already. Did just a little bit of setting up. But yeah, it's usually good to hold that from below. You can even do that as Fenrir if you want. Make holes right there with your bailiff. Make some on the window jumping maybe, or like deep in the sight in the corner where they like planting and holding if they rush in. And then maybe make some below the bomb here. I'll show you. I go very in depth with these, so if you just want to skip on to the next map and see where the Fenrir placements are, just skip around. But right here is the default plant, so you can just make holes on that, and if you're holding it from below, you'll know when they're right here for the plant. I'll show you some good spots if you are holding below. I'm not going to actually put them because I don't do this myself. I solo queue most of the time. Also, by the way, solo queue series should be coming back very soon on the channel. I've upgraded to next gen at this point for my console, and I've been having a lot of fun playing, so that should return. I haven't played ranked in a couple weeks now, I'm not going to lie. Gonna be a little bit rusty. But yeah, if you're holding below, I'd recommend putting like a mine maybe here or something. They can shoot it from the other window, so it's kind of hard to place here. Ooh, actually a go would be like up here. And now they can't even see it from the window. And just like that, you are set. It's gonna get them right when they walk in, and that's gonna be a very hard one to see. They're gonna be looking up there when they walk in this. They're gonna be looking here, and they're gonna be totally blind in the open. You can even move it down like here or here. You just have to be ready for the walk-in, because it does take a second to activate. So just be prepared for that. That's why I'm putting it at the early stage instead of like here or here. But you maybe could do here and get away with it. That would they'll really be like stuck in the open here, and they will have nowhere to go. But I'm just rambling. I actually would have this one up, honestly, because it is common to push down here. I'll leave that there, but I won't activate it. But it'll be there for later in the round. I'll show you the ones I activate at the start of the round after I set them all up. I think that'll benefit you guys more if I do it like that. For your next one, this is a really good spot to do here, like right in the hall. Not there. I'd say right here. And right there, just so it catches the door walk-in too, instead of just the hallway. Otherwise, I would put it like up here on the door or something, like in the corner there for the hall, if you want one there too. But you guys should be holding the hallway. They shouldn't just walk up here for free early on. Somebody should be playing here. It's a good strategy to make like some holes here on the wall or something. Well, if I didn't run an ammo. And you can hold all the way into theater here. Somebody should be playing right here on the stairway. Maybe put some barb here lower. And some barb here on the jump in from the window if they drop the roof. Also for your barbed wire, I'll show you where that goes afterwards as well. For your next mine, though, I like holding in this area. I'll play like right back here. Get some Wamais or ADSs or something and play this area. So if I am playing back here, I'm obviously contesting the rappel and the balcony, the aqua balc. So a good Fenrir spot to do is right down here in this corner. So now when they either jump over this to get into luggage, they probably won't see that and shoot it. But if they walk up here, they're going to be totally blind by the time they're in the open here in this hallway. And they're either going to have to commit forward, full blind, or they're going to have to run back all the way here, and then I can pop up over the thing and just pre-fire when they're running back. So I can see all the way down this hallway. I get so many kills defending this hall. Nobody ever passes me on this. I always have something here, either a proximity mine, a Malusi Banshee, this for Fenrir. There's so many good methods for holding this. That's a really good spot to put a trap right there. Or an Ella mine even would work, honestly. I've been enjoying Ella recently, I don't know why. Her gun's kind of crazy if you're good with it, with controlling recoil. Again, I'm rambling on though. For barbed wire spots, I did say this earlier, you should put some on the stairway. Even if they get rid of the barb now, they'll have to go through this, and if they get rid of this, they go up here and shoot it, they'll still have to deal with the barb later. I'd recommend putting it lower like this. You don't want to put your barb way up here, where you're going to be playing with a shotgun with a smoke or something. You just don't want to put it on your players. And by the time they get up here, like, this barb isn't going to matter if they're already holding this angle deep into sight and cutting you off completely. Like, this barb is useless here. Either put it there or put it like midway on the stairs, but I think for this one you want to put it lower, as low as you can get it. And then for your barbed wire, put it like in the hallway here or like here. I'd probably recommend this, since you have the trap for the door here, you don't need barb here too. So put your last piece of barb here, or if your team has no traps really outside of your Fenrir, maybe put some barb deep in here. Now that way if they try to rush in, they'll have to either hit the barb or they'll have to go back out and leave your traps up for later. I think this is a good piece of barb here. Especially if you have like an ADS in the corner helping it, or well, mine magnets or whatever on the door. I think this is overall a really good setup. So for early round, I'd recommend setting up your mine right here on the stairs. I'd activate that one. I activate this one here. Oh, this one here. Because early on, they're going to be pushing downstairs in the sunrise, so that will be a good one. And then for your last one, I would not activate this one till later if you know they're going for a VIP take, because sometimes they just completely don't. If your team's over there, you don't need to activate it. And then this one here, since I like playing here to start the round in this spot. Be careful if you're playing this, they can grenade like I said, well they can grenade you from below, so I would try to stay mobile, just worry about the big window too. You don't want to swing in front of this. There's going to be a Chalet in the ruins every single time on you. Because those guys are nerds. You can even play back here and get active. And you have the Fenrir to swing off of. Just don't expose yourself too much so they can peek you before they even hit your Fenrir. And you really just play off your teammates and your gadgets. And Fenrir is one of the best ops. This will work almost every single time you play it. And again, if you start seeing they're switching to like a hookah take hard, then you obviously want to turn on the sight one on. This one right here. It just depends. Fenrir is a very versatile op, like I said. Whatever they're taking, you want to turn those Fenrir traps on later in the round. It sounds like common sense, but a lot of people would just not understand how to do that. That's why you want to set them up all in different spots like this. And if they're doing a VIP take, just turn this one off, or turn this one on. Maybe turn like the sunrise one off. I would always leave your cool vibes one up and your luggage haul. Those are going to be big choke points for the attack. Anyways though, let's move on to the next map. So I've loaded into the next site. This is going to be for the trophy and statue site on Villa. Not the main one, but the secondary site most of the time. So first for the setup, you want to reinforce these two walls here on statue. Just like this. Again, I probably won't do all the reinforcements, but I'll just show you the main ones. Make head holes like this. You do not want to reinforce this all off. You're giving them way too much control early on in the round. You're completely giving them master and bathroom at that point. Instead, you just want to make head holes here. So now you can see all the way from the site to the window right here where they jump in. Right when they jump in, you'll see them first. It should be a free kill every time. Unless you just potato. You want to reinforce these two walls here on the ends. I do love playing some frost on this site too, to be honest. If you guys want to see some frost setups for bomb sites like this, then tell me down below too. For your next reinforcements, I'd always recommend reinforcing the two on the left side of Astra here, if you're in Astra. Otherwise, they'd be the right side walls in the trophy site. Just like this, and then you want to make a rotate, of course, everybody knows about this. Dang, I was trying to pull off the 3-shot. Okay, that works for now. For the example, I would recommend making it bigger so you can just run through it every time. Well, I guess that works. I like this better because now you're a little bit more protected when you're playing back here like this. Without the wall banging, they can't just see you from the hallway until you get to like this point. You can also hold a very tight angle like that. Just a tip for making this rotate. Try to make it as skinny as you can. That's how I like doing it at least. And you can even make like some high holes to throw stuff through if you need to, like C4s or smokes or whatever. Also, another pro tip before we get into the Fenrirs. Shoot the glass like that. That will stop them from just rappelling on here, hitting the window and getting a free kill because you did not hear it at all with the glass up. And if there's an Amaru just flying into sight, you will hear that right when they start going up. And it'll be a free kill because you can start shooting. So just some more pro tips for you. Also, for barbed wire, I put it right here. I'll get the barbed wire out of the way now. So that way, if they somehow get deep in here and they're pushing bathroom and you don't know about it, you have the barb now. First Fenrir, gonna go right here. I love doing this one. They never expect this. They can even see it up here, but who's looking up here? They're gonna be looking down here. And that blends in very well. And they can't actually shoot it from this side either. They have to be on this side to shoot it. Because the thing's only shootable from here. Didn't know what the word was for that. Shootable. It's only open to shoot though from that side. For your next barbed wire, you can either put it on the jump in right here on the window, or you can put it on these stairs. I like putting stairs barbed wire here on top of my Fenrir I'm going to put, because they usually always go here, and not a fan. I'll actually put the barbed wire down here. Sometimes I do just like playing on the stairs, like right here in this spot. I can contest bathroom from here, I can contest the rappel, and I can contest anybody pushing Astro stairs from the bottom. With the barb, I can just swing off of it. This is kind of like how I play black stairs on Skyscraper. I love doing that here. And for your next Fenrir spot, you can either put it on this light right here. That will be a good double with the barbed wire. They'll be so focused on this, they won't even worry about that. And then if you're playing this and that goes off, it's going to be a free kill. All they can do is pre-fire, but if you just swing Y like this, they're not going to hit you. They're not going to expect a Fenrir up here, trust me. So either put it right there. If you're not playing the stairs, though, I would just put it like right here, maybe, on the side. So that way they get caught in the middle of the stairs, and they have to either full commit up top or run back like that. For this example, I'm not going to be playing down here. I'm going to be playing more on the site, because I'm going to be solo queuing. I feel like playing this in solo queue isn't as good, because you're giving them too much site control. You probably want to be a little closer to the site when you're by yourself. So right there will do. That will just go off when they're right here again, and they're going to be stuck in the middle of the stairs at that point. Just be careful, because it won't activate until they're actually up, and they can see you in bathroom if you're playing in this. So that's what the barb will do. You can hear that at least a little quicker. For your next Fenrir spot, also I do activate these ones at the start of the round. Two good ones to activate early. For your next one, I do it like right here in the hall, like there. The reason I do it here and not the actual door, again, right when they get to here, they can pretty much see the entire site. So if they swing this, they can look right in, but now they can't because they will be blind. So you don't want to do it in here, because that time they already have full sight control anyway. They can't even see much more if they get to the door, compared to just being out here. They can see everything from out here, as well as they can see from inside. Also, you want to reinforce these. I totally forgot about that. There's not too many reinforcements you have to do on this site, unless you're roaming hard. These ones aren't the most important, but they will help you from getting wall banged if they get on red stairs or something early on and start shooting in the site. For your 90 hallway Fenrir trap, I do it like right up here. Now that way, it'll hit them every time they pass this angle, so they can't get the angle on the site earlier on. And I will activate this one early on in the round usually. So maybe turn this one off. It depends how you want to play it. Sometimes I'll just do either one. It's just random a lot. But if I do this Fenrir right here, I will turn it on early because they're probably going to take this earlier on. And if you see they're not doing a cross map push, like from 90 Hall and everything, if they're not taking full map control on you, then just turn this one off. And you will not need to use it during the round. And for your last Fenrir trap, I just put it like right up here. When they come into the site later on, again, don't turn this one on. Turn this one on before this. Because what's the point of this one being on if they just pass that anyway? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, if you're holding the stairway down here, you don't need this Fenrir here. You can either have it lower, or just remove it for somewhere else. I feel like these are really good ones to do though. Also, it is good to make holes across the bottom part of the wall so you can hold down stairs for this angle. Just remember it works both ways. They will be able to see up to you when you're playing in this. I'm just showing you too how this one works here on the stairs if you put it there instead. The attackers will not see that there every time. There's no way they're going to see that. Unless they come in from the basement, obviously, and they can see it clearly. Can't even shoot it though. Never mind, they can, but who's going to be looking up there if they come from the basement, right? They're going to be turning around the corner like this. And they're going to be full blind now. That way you can move your barbed wire too if you want. I don't recommend putting it here if you're playing on the stairs. If you're putting barbed wire on the stairs, put it as low as you can at least. Do not put barb up here. It's completely useless because the attackers will be here right when they get in the barb, so what's the point? Anyways though, enough rambling again. Let's move on to the final map. Okay, so we're loading into Chalet now. We're going to be on the master bedroom office bomb site, top floor. So first you want to make it rotate right here. I prefer doing it on the right side here. I do a sprintable one usually, kind of like that. So you can just run through really quick. You have this as cover for the balcony. Usually they're going to push this side of the map opposed to the solar side over here. So I think this is better. And then I just make head holes across the entire thing. You don't have to do it like over here, but like from here on, I would just make head holes like that. Just a few shots. So now either way you can watch if they're pushing in from solar or if they're pushing in from that side, then you can hold deep angles all the way back here on the door and on like default plant, and you can throw smokes through or C4s or whatever. Just like that. Obviously you want to reinforce this wall, reinforce this one here on the right side usually. It's up to you if you want to reinforce this one or the other one and make full holes here, but I like doing this one so you have more cover on the site here. And then you can swing off these holes that will be here, make head holes like that. You want to do this just so they can't get like this whole hallway for free and only have to worry about this door. Now they're going to have to worry about these head holes plus this door, so just double angles to swing off. That's a pretty common strat at this point in this game. Used to just be like reinforce everything and sit on site, but that's not how the game is these days. You can't do that and win. You can, but you shouldn't expect to win doing that. So now you can swing this door and these head holes. The attackers have so many angles to worry about in comparison. For your first Fenrir spot, you're going to want to put it right up here. I would do this one early on. Now if they take library and try to push this hallway, they're going to be full blind in the middle of the open with so many angles to worry about. They can't see this, but they can't actually shoot that. So it won't matter either way. If you throw it just a little bit higher, they can't even see it. So just keep that in mind. I doubt they'd see that anyways, but still. Also another tip, shoot the glass, like I said before. Preferably without making holes. You can't just do this and it won't make any holes. Either way though. I'm not going to reinforce it just for time purposes of this video. I've been rambling enough anyways. I'd reinforce this side here and then this side here. Those are the two reinforcements I like doing. Just so you have more cover if you're playing in the closet area. And then make footholes back here. Reinforce this side. Right there. And then now you can hold the solar stairs walk up if they are pushing this side. And you can see if they repel in. Get some free shots on them. That's just another angle the attackers will have to worry about if they are taking the staircase in the rappel. They'll have to worry about this door, and this door. Just more angles. Just like the other side pretty much. Kind of like the reverse. If they're doing a solar take instead. For your next Fenrir spot, I like throwing one deep here. You could throw it on this chair, or you can like throw it up here. I think throwing in the chair is a better one. Like, you get it as far as you can, just like that. This isn't the best because it like sticks out so they can easily see this one. It's hard to get it perfect, but if you get the throw down, you can kind of like get it under the chair here. Go kind of like this. Now that's going to be very hard for them to see. They're not going to be seeing that when they like walk up this ladder here. So let's activate that one at the start of the round, obviously. If they're throwing one outside, you want to activate that immediately because that's going to be the first point of contact. So if somebody's walking up this ladder now, they're not going to be seeing that. Then they'll walk up here, try to see the door angle, and they're going to be full blind. You could either swing out at them, have a teammate with a C4 ready for this, and just throw it out there right when they get to that point. Or you can just run out yourself, pre-fire where they're going to be right here in this corner, and it should be a free kill every time. For your next mine, it's going to be a pretty simple one. I would just put it like right here. So now, if they do get up the stairway and they're kind of in the open here, instead of just letting them push in, this will hit them every time. I would activate this one early on too. Maybe throw it a little bit to the left so it will reach all the way over when they come up the stairs. Like, they won't see this either way. I think that's a good one there. That'll get them all the way over here at this point. And it's going to be a hard one to see. They'll have to turn around and shoot it, and you can swing on the bathroom door, site door, the footholes here, and it'll just be in the middle to open at a really bad spot. And you do need a Fenrir on the back of the site, so that is a good one to have. For your last two, maybe put another one on the site door here for later on. Obviously, you don't want to activate this one. I've already activated 3 anyways, so keep one right there. And then this can't be one of my videos without a 1000 IQ trap placement. So you want to open all of these on the cabinet. Kind of open the top a little bit more like this, and the sides, just so the holes are showing through like this. You don't have to do that. You can just shoot bullet holes too. Just like so. Fenrir traps actually go through bullet holes, so now... Well, I shot a little too much there, but you can just shoot bullet holes on this whole thing and keep it closed, and the trap will go through. This one's going to be good for the default plant, though, right here. This will reach that. You want to throw it as far left as you can, deep in this corner, so throw one right here in the front, just like this. For doing this trap placement, too, you will need double traps, because it's like kind of a bounce method one. If you didn't know, you can bounce Fenrirs on each other, and it like sends them going deeper. So by putting this one here, now you can bounce one on it, just like that, and it goes way deeper into the corner. So now I can just pick this one back up and take it back to where it was. So as you can see, even the way I did it right here, they're going to have a very hard time seeing this. Like, if they're outside the breach, like, they're not seeing that trap at all. There's no way. They might wonder why there's holes here, but they're not going to see, like, a trap in there. They're going to think nothing of this. They're going to go for the default plant, and they're going to get fully blinded here. And it will be easy swings off them. Obviously, they can still plant, but it's going to scare the hell out of them, trust me. And when they start running in, you can shoot them, and they can't even hold angles on you because they'll be fully blind. And they're going to spend like so long trying to look up in the ceiling for this thing, look on the ground behind them, and it's going to be right here the entire time. If they do see this, they will shoot it obviously for free, but this is going to be one that you want up late in the round, so don't activate it at the start. But once they get the wall, maybe turn one of your other traps off. Like if they're not pushing the back, turn that one off, activate this one, and you're good. Same thing with this one. You want to activate this one after this one gets destroyed or whatever, if you still have another spot open for it. Because of course, if one gets destroyed, just a Fenrir tip, you will only have like 2 left. If another gets destroyed, you only have 1 left that you can activate. So you do lose them completely if one that's active gets destroyed. So try to be a little safer. If you know the attacker's pushing it, maybe have it off, and then right when they get to the spot, turn it on and swing. That's some very coordinated tips, but it can be done. So now I'll show you an attacker actually going into this and showing you that it works. Okay, so we have it activated now. Ash is right here, as you can see. So I'm going to see when Ash actually is blinded here walking up. And she is now full blind at this spot. Pretty much right here. This is a line of sight gadget, so right here she is full blind. She cannot see anything ahead of her from like a foot. She can't even see me right here. She can start seeing me like right here about. But like if I'm back here, she cannot see me at all now. Oh, she's walking forward because of stick drift, but you get the point. But you can actually hear it clicking right now. Like this is the point where it starts activating. So right when they go about for the default plant. Let me see if I open this up a little bit more. It is a little weird. This is a funny surface, but... Well, yeah, now it's working constantly. The way I did it now, it reaches her from way back here. So I'd recommend doing that. Just make sure it's all shot out, and they're probably not going to see this either way. Wow. As you can see, though, full blind. You can't see anybody past, like, the half wall there. That's going to do it for this video, though, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down there below as always. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.